Talk about hereditary spherocytosis and its extension of normocytic anemias with extravascular hemolysis, where extravascular hemolysis is predominant than the intravascular hemolysis. Now, this defect in hereditary spherocytosis, it's an inherited defect, and it is a defect in the RBC cytoskeleton. RBC cytoskeleton. Now, in cytoskeleton, there are some special proteins. These proteins are ankyrin, spectrin, and band 3. Okay? Now, these are actually tethering proteins. They tether to the membrane. So, for example, if we have a cell, let me make a better cell, wait. Spherical cell, or a disc-shaped cell. So this cytoskeleton actually maintains the disc shape of the red blood cell, and this is going to tether to the membrane. Okay, these are membrane tethering proteins. When they are not present, the membrane is not going to be supported well, and it's not going to retain its biconcave. This is biconcave shape, and it's going to become a sphere. Okay, it's not going to shorten, it's just going to become a sphere or a circle, right? Now, where is the problem? This is the problem. This is the pathology. Now, why it's a pathology is because these cells, they cannot maneuver itself through the splenic sinusoids. They cannot bend. They cannot do that, but biconcave disc can do that, but they cannot because they don't have the tethering proteins. So that is why spleen is just going to destroy them. Spleen is just going to destroy them. I'm going to explain this concept to you in this way. I hope you understand. I'm just going to give you an example here. Is that let's imagine these are gates. Okay, these are the two gates, and there's a thin man, and then there is a fat man. I'm sorry for being fat phobic, but anyways, this man is gonna easily pass and be safe. So for example, here you could say there is lion here, just say, and this is the safe space, right? And this man is thin and it can easily pass through it, but this man is fat. It cannot fit here through this little gate, so the lion is gonna eat it. Same here. This is the door. This is the splenic sinusoid. The biconcave disc is going to bend its way. RBC normal or biconcave. It is gonna bend its way through this splenic sinusoid, but the sphere cannot bend, and it's gonna get stuck here, and it cannot enter. And so what is going to happen is that the macrophages of the spleen is just going to eat them. The lions of the spleen is going to eat it, right? So that's extravascular hemolysis right there for you. So where are you going to find on labs? That's important. What are you going to find on labs? So on labs, you're going to find spherocytes. So you're going to have spherocytes. You are going to have increased RDW. You're going to have increased MC8C. You're going to also have splenomegaly, because of course spleen is doing all the job and it's getting big. We're going to have jaundice because a lot of heme is produced due to RBC destruction. We're going to also have aplastic crisis because of parvovirus B19 infection. Okay, parvovirus B19 infection. And how do you diagnose it? The diagnosis is done by an osmotic fragility test, in which the spherocytes are actually fragile in hypotonic solutions, because they have a bad membrane. That's why. And what its treatment is, you could do splenectomy, right? but spherocytes are gonna remain. So you're gonna do splenectomy. Anemia is gonna get solved because anemia is not destroying the cells. So you won't have anemia, right? It's gonna stay in the blood. But spirocytes are gonna persist, and there's gonna be Hubble jolly bodies, which are basically fragments of nuclear material in RBCs, and that's gonna present on blood smear. All of these hollow jowel bodies and different types of cells of different anemias, I'm gonna cover it in a different video at the end, where I'm just gonna do all the histology of peripheral blood smears of all the anemias. All right, and that is it for hereditary spherocytosis, and we are done with extravascular hemolysis of normocytic anemias. Thank you so much.